Hello everyone, this is Johnnie Geathers. Welcome to another Jay's Human Health Fridays. I hope all of you having a great day so far. You just got your day started. I hope you have a great day. Today's topic is called microaggressions in the work at work. And with this topic, I want to talk about microaggression in the work environment and provide tips on how to handle microaggression in the work environment. So a quick definition of microaggression. Microaggression is where someone is doing an action that is unintentionally to show discrimination. And I want to give different examples of some microaggressions in the workplace based on different aspects of life. So the first one in regards to race. So say if someone mistaken a minority individual for a janitor, and that's just showing an example of microaggression because you're assuming that someone that's not in a different, racial capacity is not able to hold a particular position or sense of status in the work environment. When we look at gender, another example of microaggression when it comes to gender is assuming that a female colleague doesn't know what they're talking about because we assume that men have more power and have more of a say-so in the work environment than a female. Disability could be an example of a microaggression where you're undermining their ability to be able to do the work, and you're saying that, okay, you're disabled, you're not capable of doing it, so we're going to give it to somebody else. Age could be a form of microaggression in the work environment because you're assuming that the person's age is determining how they can perform. So say, for example, if an older person is not, tech savvy, you automatically thinking that, oh, well, they're old, they can't do the job and everything. Sexual orientation can be displayed as microaggression in the workplace because you might look at someone's sexual orientation and say, hey, we don't want that person to be the face of our organization or our company because of how they identify who they are. Instead of just focusing on their performance, you're looking at their orientation or looking at who they sleep with. And everything. So those are some examples of, microaggression in the work environment. And we already know those microaggressions in the work environment can impact people to create like a hostile work environment, not for that individual, but creating conflict within the different groups and things of that nature. But what I'm going to provide are some tips on how to handle it. So the first thing you have to do is to acknowledge and validate your emotions. So do not dismiss what you're feeling if you're noticing that microaggression is happening in your work environment. Because the more that you sweep it under the rug, the more that you're going to bottle it up, and then more that you're going to react in a certain way that you don't want to react to risk your job. But you want to be able to feel that emotion and what your emotion is telling you in that moment based on that microaggression that's being displayed in your work environment. Another thing is to address the behavior. So what you want to do is not look at the person, but focus on the behavior. Focus on what action that they did to make you, feel a certain way within the work environment and everything. And then ask, also alongside with that, alongside with, addressing the behaviors, ask questions. Ask like, hey, what did you mean by this? Why did you do that? Get a clarification on it and everything and stuff. And another thing is to seek support. So with seeking support, mainly talk to people that you trust to really address what you're feeling in regards to that microaggression, and also finding allies that will help you to get through this moment of microaggression in the work environment. Again, the following things are: acknowledge and validate the emotions. So basically, sit in those feelings and don't dismiss them. Adjust the behaviors by focusing on that behavior, asking questions of why they did what they did, and document it. Always document what's going on. So whenever something happens, say if someone say, okay, you're getting laid off, you got a record of all the things that was happening so you could show show to HR or even show to lawyers and things of that nature. And then seek support. Like I said, seek support, talk to people you trust, and find allies in your work environment or even outside the work environment that will help you get through this microaggression. But the coping exercise I want to leave you with today when it comes to microaggressions at work is just choose one of those strategies I gave you and put it into practice. Do not let your work environment hinder how you perform, but also don't let them impact how you're supposed to display yourself as a person. So whenever you see those things happening as a form of microaggression, please put those things into use that I gave you. And other than that, that's all I'm going to leave you with today. Something slight, something simple. If you have any words or topics that you want me to address on JG Mental Health Fridays, you know you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the videos on there. Also, go to my website through Wix. Check out the videos on there. Learn more about me. Check out articles I did for Helpful Living Magazine and ways to connect me for speaking engagements and other opportunities. And speaking of that, I want to give you some updates of things I have coming up. So on June 11th, I will be on a panel with 3 other black men in social work across the state. We're doing an event. It's like a lunch and learn event. It's called A Healing Conversation with Black Men in Social Work. So if you're on my social media platforms and you saw the promotion on it, definitely sign up and register so you could be part of the conversation with us and everything. Also, on June 14th, I have an event that will be with the Moms Support Group. They're having an event on the 14th that I'll be up on a panel for, and I'm looking forward to that. And also, other things that's on the horizon. Definitely, I will keep all of you informed. But if you want me for different things, please reach out to me. And as always, I appreciate all of you for your love and support. And now, I will leave you with the closing message. Reflect on the positives, plan ahead, and relax. RPR. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be well. Be blessed. And peace.